Hello. Old Dad here, and I'm getting ready to watch Raw. We got a couple minutes before it starts. The War Raiders are going up against the New Day, is going up against the Creed brothers. I want the Creed brothers to win. I want them to hold gold. It would be funny to see them being the ones to hold gold with Chad Gable. Not to mention, El Grande Americano might make an appearance. He might make an appearance. Help him out. I have my doubts because Chad Gable's in a match. And he's going up against a couple luchadors so he can... Dragon Lee's going to win that. I would want Chad Gable to win it, but Dragon Lee's going to win it. I think he's been in a ladder match before. And he brings some spice to it. He's the peppers in your ladder match. That's what he is. Then outside of that, we've got Seth Rollins in one. Now, if Seth Rollins brings out Big Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker and just says, destroy these two, throw them in there, I'll pin them 1, 2, 3 and move on, that would be beautiful. I want to see someone do that. There is no disqualification in a three-way match. Take the big guys, beat them up, send them back in 1, 2, 3. He could put his foot on them. I would be okay with that. I would laugh. Old Dad would be like, chuckle, chuckle, chuckle. All right, let's go ahead and watch this. Seth Rollins starts out. He goes on about, well, actually, no, let me start this over. Paul Heyman starts out, says if the Terminator come back and you said who is the main eventer for the WrestleMania, this, and this, it'd be Braun Breaker. He is the bad. And then he spoke about Bronson Reed. And he said about how Bronson Reed went and took out Seth Rollins, beat up Seth Rollins over and over and over again. The whole build-up for Bronson Reed was how he beat up Seth Rollins. And then Seth Rollins got to talking, and he says, this is what I was talking about. And introduced them. It was wonderful. It was good. I expected someone to come out, but nobody came out. It was good. And then he said how he's going to win Money in the Bank and have all the power. That will be good. I would like to see if it happened. All right, moving on. Chad Gable is a machine. I'm telling you what. He dropped on the back of his neck. Penta did a move to where he dropped both Chad Gable and Dragon Lee and dropped them. It was the qualifying match. And you could see it just dropped him on the back of his neck. Then, later, Dragon Lee did a power bomb to Chad Gable, landing him on the back of his neck. Now, that hurt. Any normal man would have been hurt. Old Dad would be in the hospital. Chad Gable still going. He was bleeding from his head. He took a Penta driver at the end. 1, 2, 3. Penta wins. Penta did actually, at the end, he did Mexican Destroyer and then a Penta driver to Chad Gable. He did the Mexican Destroyer to Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee rolled out. It was really good. It was a really, really good match. And then, I mean, all I could think was, Chad Gable better get that looked at. That was intense. And so far, I can't see how there's going to be a match to beat that match. That match was everywhere. That match was terrific, amazing, spectacular. Not to mention, Chad Gable did this thing where he tied their mask to the ropes. He didn't do it well. But he did it anyway. And then he, after that drop on his head, when he beat up Penta, you looked at it and you were like, he just put it to Penta. I think he really put it to Penta. That's worth a look-see. After you watch Old Dad here, you should maybe check that match out. That one was good. All right, moving on. Tozawa versus Rusev was a squash match. I mean, Tozawa put up a little bit of a fight, but then a kick, slam, accolade, tap, 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 and then he went and let go. Sheamus came out, and old dad was like, oh my God, I want that, I want that, I want that. Give me, 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 give me. I need that in my life. So, hopefully we get that soon. That would be a fight for fighting. Old dad wants to see that. Oh man. Anyway, I guess we're moving on, because that was just a squash. That tag team match was wonderful. And I thought, how can a match keep up with that Penta match with Chad Gable and Dragon Lee? Because that was all over the place. So was this tag team match. And what was great was the Creed brothers, they worked together with the New Day. It was all back and forth. That guy with the beard, I want to say it was Ivar. He is so over the top, next level. That man is amazing. And Ivar, some of the stuff he does, just his expressions when you hit him, and he got hit a lot. But it ended with Xavier Woods rolling up one of the Creed brothers, grabbing a hold of his trunks. 1, 2, 3. They're running away with the titles, and the Creed brothers were mad. You should have seen it coming. You should have seen it coming. All right, moving on. We had a match, Kairi Sane versus Liv Morgan. Kairi Sane finally gets to win a match. I thought it was fantastic. I got my spinning backhand. I got a spear that I didn't even know that Kairi Sane could do. And it's probably one of the best spears old dad's seen in a long time. Much better than Jey Uso's. I get it. I get it. Jey Uso, he uses the spear as part of his finisher. I guess a signature move if I was to use it on the game. But Kairi Sane's spear was beautiful. It should be her finisher. Rather than the insane elbow, it should be her spear or her backhand. Man, that thing is brutal. I love it. Anyways, Roxanne Perez interfered. Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez started getting into it. Her attention was shifted. She rolls them up 1, 2, 3. And then next thing you know, Liv Morgan gets beat. Kairi Sane wins 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. I loved it. I loved it. Moving on. Moving on. Finn versus Sami Zayn versus Seth freaking Rollins. That match was great. And the end, I thought for sure Sami Zayn had it. It ended up, Seth Rollins did a stomp to Finn Balor. Sami Zayn hit Seth Rollins with the haluva kick. It looked like it was over. 1, 2, Braun Breaker pulls him out. I was like, about time. Pulls him out. They beat him up. They go ahead, and Jey Uso comes out. They beat him up. Then next thing you know, Dominic Mysterio tosses a chair into Finn Balor. Boom! Stomp right onto the chair. He goes to grab the chair, gets stomped right on it. 1, 2, 3. Now CM Punk comes out. He ends up going to go to sleep to Seth Rollins. I don't care. Seth Rollins is going to Money in the Bank. Who do I think will win Money in the Bank? My money's still on LA Knight. I still think LA Knight's going to take it. I still think LA Knight's going to win it. He's going to beat Cena. Now, as far as my notes go, Chad Gable's neck's got to be messed up. all that stuff that happened to his neck, that was one of the most brutal. If there was a match to go back and see tonight, Gable versus Penta versus Dragon Lee, that match is the match to see. Next, Rusev got tied up into his shirt. When Rusev did the whole rip thingy, he had this strand and he got like almost tied up in his shirt. It was actually kind of funny to watch. Don't tell him I said that. Rusev can beat old dad up. Next, Kairi Sane spear. Maybe the best spear I've seen in a while. Do I think it's better than Roman Reigns? I do think Roman Reigns' spear would hurt more. But as far as a pretty spear, yeah. Braun Breaker's spear wasn't as good as hers. Not tonight anyway. Generally, yes. Braun Breaker looks like he put someone in the hospital with his spear. But Kairi Sane's spear was pretty. I liked it. It should be her finishing move. And every time Finn hit somebody, he would go boom, boom, boom. That made old dad laugh. I thought it was fantastic. All right. Thank you for hanging out with me. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the podcast. I'll see you later. I think we got Friday Night SmackDown before the podcast. But I'll see you next time. Later.